Hey, and welcome or welcome back if you're returning. I'm surprised at how well that last video I posted is doing, the sibling ranking one, and I'm really enjoying the interactions from it. Like, if you disagree or you're pointing out things I've forgotten, great. If you're agreeing and we're standing the same people, fucking great. We're going to add to that one, but we'll let it, brew for a few more days. How about one in between? Shall we rank the prologues? Let's rank the prologues. So yeah, we get 5 of them. It's gonna have to be a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 dealy. And yeah, we get 1 per book. So we get 1 for a Game of Thrones, a Clash of Kings, a Storm of Swords, a Feast of Crows, and a Dance with Dragons. I've got my Thanos fist of prologues, and we're gonna smash this, yeah? Cool. At number 5, A Clash of Kings. It's the point of view from Maester Crescent, and to be honest, I think it's pretty dull. What can I say? It's got to be the lowest ranking chapter of them all. He's a Maester at Dragonstone, so we get his point of view with the comic coming in. He grumbles about Pylos. We get a bit of backstory on Stannis, Robert and Renly as children, which is nice. We have an interaction with Shireen. We love Shireen. Poor girl, she has nightmares. She thinks the dragon's going to come alive and eat her. We do hope that's not foreshadowing for her being burnt. Poor Shireen. Yeah, and Crescent, he disagrees with Melisandre and he tries to poison her and ends up It is what it is. I think it's the dullest chapter. We get a bit of backstory, but I don't feel it's very exciting. At number 4, A Game of Thrones. Now, before you start shouting at me, just let me explain, okay? Just let me explain. Calm down. I just think the other ones I'm ranking higher than this are better than this one. Now, don't get me wrong. They are all good prologues. They're all good chapters. This one is a really good one. It's from the perspective of Will. He's from the Night's Watch. He's on a ranging looking for wildlings in the Haunted Forest. And he's out with 2 other chaps. Shit hits the fan and an other appears. It's our introduction to them. We're like, what the fuck is this? What's happened? And then, we get Bran's chapter. That's how the book starts. So we're, when we're reading that, we don't really, if you're reading that for the first time, you don't really care about those characters. So that's why I'm putting it where I'm putting it. At number 4. Obviously, on reread, things get a lot more significance. But by the time you reach the other prologues, you kind of have built the world up in your head. So you like, who's this in relation to this? And yeah, we'll get to them. But yeah, that's why I'm ranking it at number 4. If you're going to shout at me, I'm glad you're doing it through your keyboard. Yeah, what do you think? Was the prologue what hooked you into Game of Thrones, or was it something after that? Number 3, A Feast of Crows. Now, this is the point of view of Pate. Pate the pig boy. Poor Pate from he's in Old Town. He's not very successful as a student at the Citadel. And he's down the pub with his mates, chatting to them. He's a little bit picked on. He yearns for this this barmaid called Rosie. And yeah, there's a weird thing with him buying her. But yeah, essentially, Pate has made a deal to go and meet with this alchemist and swap a key for a coin so he can have the coin for Rosie. The alchemist is Jack and Hagar, or whoever this guy is that said he was Jack and Hagar, the guy who changes his face. Rah, rah, rah. Basically, it's the same description of who Jack and Hagar changes his face to. So, yeah. Pate, obviously, because it's a prologue, he ends up dead too, because that's the way things go in the prologues. I think it's a it's a chill chapter. It's interesting. They're talking about Daenerys in Old Town. We're like, ooh, things are news is spreading. Yeah, we get this. Yeah, we learn a little bit about the Citadel, and I like it. It feels like it means a lot more within the overall story. So that's why I'm ranking it at number 3. At number 2, A Storm of Swords. Chet. Fucking Chet. He's our POV for this prologue. And the men of the Night's Watch, they've gone north ranging, looking for like where the fuck have all the wildlings gone. And Sam is up on the Fist of the First Men with all the rest of them. His responsibility is sending out the ravens. Chet and a couple of others, they're not liking the orders that Lord Commander Mormont is giving out, and they're planning a revolt, and they're going to desert. But yeah, obviously, they're planning a revolt. They're going to try and kill Mormont. Chet, he's a fucking bastard. He is so mean about Sam. Just, yeah, shit hits the fan there too, and they're planning their little, and then 3 horn blows, and the others ascend. I was going to say descend, but I guess they don't. And yeah, Chet's plan goes to shit, and he pisses himself. It's an exciting chapter, and obviously we're not rooting for this prick. We're rooting for Sam. We're rooting for Sam, our Sammy boy. Yeah. Fuck Chet. But still, number 2 prologue. And of course, that leaves A Dance with Dragons at number 1. Now, this is the POV of Varamir Sixskins. He is the wildling warg who is currently beyond the wall, fucked up and dying in the haunted forest with a lady called Thistle. And yeah, it's a full-on chapter. I'm not putting it at number 1 because it's like the greatest of the prologues, but because it sticks with me. It is harrowing. We learn about Varamir's childhood, growing up with these warging abilities and somehow walking into the family dog, killing his little brother, and therefore being kicked out of his family. And then he's taken under the wing of another warg called Hagon, who, teaches him a code of conduct. Don't eat human flesh when you're walking, don't mate with the animals, and, oh yeah, don't take over another human's body. At this point, as the reader, we've already read Bran warging into Hodor. He doesn't know these codes of conduct, so yeah, but we know that fight that Hodor has given Bran. This guy, Varamir, his body is, he knows he's on his way out, and so he's like, shit, I need to warg into something else. He tries to warg into Thistle. She is having none of it. She bites off her tongue. Yeah, obviously he fails at that. She dies. His body gives up. He ends up in one of the wolves. It's just a full-on, it's a lot. It is a lot. But yeah, I think that one sticks with me. So I'm putting that as my number 1, my top 1. So what's your favourite prologue? Did you agree with those rankings? Do you hate it? Let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I've also got a Twitter and an Instagram. I'll put the links in the description below. I don't really use them, but I promise I'm going to try. Okay? You have a good day. Cheerio.